Hi, I'm Rachel from EqualiTeach. We're a not-for-profit equality training and consultancy organisation offering workshops, adult training including e-learning, consultancy, an award scheme for schools, and our free resources for educators. All of our resources can be found on our website at www.equaliteach.co.uk/classroom-resources. Today's activity is taken from our Universal Values resource, which was developed in partnership with the NASUWT Teachers Union to provide guidance and resources for schools on embedding inclusive values education. The activity we're looking at today is called This Is Me and can be found on pages 79 to 81 of the resource, and is an activity that can be done at home or school with children aged 6 to 10. The activity allows young people to explore and celebrate aspects of their identity, to discuss similarities and differences, and provides them with an opportunity to think about how we can make sure that we're treating everybody fairly. The activity explores nationality, religion, and skin colour. I recommend that you read the starting points on pages 17 to 20 of the resource, as this gives guidance and tips for discussing potentially controversial topics with young people. So, onto the activity. On page 81, you'll find the worksheet which you can download and print. Alternatively, just use this tutorial as a guide and create your own. The guidance in the resource is based on delivering this in a classroom setting, but this activity is easily done at home with a family member. The first point is their name. In a classroom environment, it may be best to just ask students to write their names without further discussion, unless you perhaps ask them to find out this information ahead of time. At home, it can be a lovely discussion to talk more about their name. Where did it come from? How was it chosen? Does it have a particular meaning or family significance? You can talk about your own name as well and explore the idea that even if people have the same name, there'll be different stories behind them, which makes us all unique. Next up is nationality. The question being, where are you from? It can be useful to introduce the term nationality here and explain what it means, and then have a discussion about where they're from. Where were they born? Did they grow up in the same place that they were born? Where is their family's heritage? Do they have heritage from different countries? Do they have friends or neighbours from different countries? Can we find those countries on a map or a globe? You may want to discuss the idea that for some people, their family's heritage is an important part of their own identity. For example, someone whose nationality is British as they were born in the UK may closely identify with their family's heritage if their parents or grandparents were from a different country. We are each able to celebrate and be proud of our heritage and nationality in the way that feels right for us. Moving on to exploring religion. Again, starting with what religion means, that it's a set of beliefs. And beyond that, perhaps thinking about what religion means to them personally. Can they name the 6 main world religions? Perhaps show them the symbols for each of these, or find out one fact about each. Do they know the term atheist and what that means? How about the term agnostic? What religion do they follow? As a potential follow-up activity in our Faith in Us resource on page 34, there's an activity which explores similarities and differences between Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. When exploring skin colour with children, we often use the book Colours of Us by Karen Katz. It celebrates different skin colours and tones using fun and different descriptors, and can be a useful starting point to get children comfortable talking about skin colour. It's important that children know that it is okay to talk about skin colour as long as we aren't being unkind. You should also explain then that whilst you may choose to use a particular way to describe your own skin colour, the generally accepted terms when talking about skin colour are black, white, mixed heritage, and Asian, or if you can be more specific, such as South Asian or East Asian. Some people may choose to describe themselves as brown, but this isn't currently an accepted term to describe others. If we're ever unsure how best to describe someone's skin colour, it is best to politely ask rather than guess. And the last question asks young people to say what they will do to ensure everyone is treated fairly. This is a great opportunity to explain that all the different parts of our identity that we've explored in this activity deserve to be respected and celebrated. It's also a chance to highlight that each of us has a role to play in creating an equal and fair society. Ask what promise they would like to make, and perhaps make a promise of your own too. And of course, the box at the top of the page provides space for them to draw themselves. If you can, provide skin tone pencils or crayons so the drawings can more accurately reflect their skin tone, their skin colour. They may want to draw themselves in their favourite outfit or add drawings which show their hobbies and interests. They can be as creative as they like. And some tips just to finish off. Take time to prepare for the activity. Think about the topics and questions that may arise from this, and read the starting points to help build your confidence in tackling these topics. Make it personal if you can. This will really help them to celebrate their identity through this activity. Remember that you don't have to know all of the answers. It's fine to say that you don't know, and you can then go and find out, or with caution, do some research together. And finally, please share your work with us and let us know what you think of the activity. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook as @EqualiTeach, and you can hashtag #ThisIsMe. Take care, stay safe and enjoy the activity. Thank you.